Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and gosh, I have missed you. I know it's been a few weeks since I've done a video. I am still in process of moving and working some overtime hours and taking care of a lot of things here around the house, and I hope all of you are okay. Thank you for several of you for emailing me and asking me if everything was all right. That's like so cool. I've been setting up my new house here, and I'm having a really good time picking out things, decorating, building furniture like IKEA style, like it comes in a box and then I turn it into something. So I will give you a tour probably within the next couple months once I get everything pulled together. I'm just doing piece by piece as I can afford it, month by month. And I can show you my new dining set that I'm doing here. I think this set is called Happy Springbird, and this is it's just a pleasant pattern. And I've been collecting some pieces in this particular pattern, but this is the pasta bowl or salad bowl or dessert bowl, whatever you want to call it. But I'm loving this pattern, and so I'm picking up different pieces in it. It's just a little bit at a time. So I'm kind of buying a little bit here, a little bit there with my payroll. Oh, here's one more piece. This is a pasta bowl or a salad bowl in that Happy Springbird pattern. So I've done a lot of driving. I travel every single weekend, and that's been part of the problem with getting a video in, because I travel every single weekend. And one of the things I found really helpful, this is a Voyage Pillow, and what's cool about it is one side of it is an eye mask to block out the light, and the other side is a pillow. And so basically you lean back on the pillow against something. You've got a nice pillow, and you've got the eye blind here, a little blindfold here, so you can block out the light and get some sleep. I think it's just such a cute idea, and I just think it's adorable. So this is the pink one. So that's a Voyage Pillow, and that comes in really handy if you want to catch some sleep. Keeps the pillow from falling. It also gives you that little added extra piece where you are not distracted by everything going on outside. Now I decided to sort of level up my life a little bit. This summer I'm gonna take care of myself. I am seeing a doctor, I am seeing a dentist, and I'm gonna pull everything together, pull myself together and get things fixed. And I'm also going to improve things by just having a fewer amount of things but a better quality of things, and I'm just going to really appreciate better things in life. And I mean, it has been painless, but there are things like this. This is the Yasso, and this is a delicious chocolate crunch bar. It tastes like a vanilla ice cream treat with chocolate on it. The chocolate on this is outstanding. It's really good. So I try to limit myself to just one of these a night. It's really hard not to go back and eat the whole box. But these are delicious. It's Greek yogurt with a chocolate coating. And this is a nice tool if you have cravings for ice cream or sweets or things like that. When you're on a diet, this sort of thing is very, very helpful. Well, it is for me anyway. And also the Outshine, the sugar-free Outshines are good. And they have sugar-free pops and sugar-free fudgicles as well. And this is, of course, the Choco Shack. This is the pudding, which is a really nice, it's very flavorful for a sugar-free pudding. I think it's pretty good. I put a little bit of cinnamon on the top of mine and mix it in, and it's really quite pleasant for a snack. I'm still using the Lumi. This is the coconut one. It's the stick version. I have to tell you, it's the same ooky stuff that's in the tube. So it's not really a stick deodorant like you would imagine it would be. It's not a solid. it's ooky, just like the tube lotion. So Lumi is of course an all body deodorant. You can use it anywhere on your body, from under your feet to the top of your head. You can use it anywhere you want. It kills bacteria, and it's basically safe for all areas, even in the nether regions. And I really like it. It's Lumi. I think my favorite flavor is the orange flavor. I think it's really nice. For arms, this is Airbrush legs, but if you have a lot of spots and discoloration, or just kind of fish belly white arms that you want to kind of put a little bit of color to for a photograph or an event, and you want to look nice in your dress or whatever, this is nice. When you put this on and really rub it in and let it set for a bit, it does not rub off on your clothes, and it's really nice. You can use it on your legs. This is the light shade. They have a medium shade and a darker shade as well, but the light shade is quite good. It's slightly tan looking, so you do get a little bit of color with it, but it's a healthy kind of glow. I really like it a lot. And that's the Sally Hansen Airbrush legs, and they've got some new packaging now. I noticed they've got a slightly different packaging. They have a mousse version, and I like the lotion because I feel like I have a little more control over it. And I am still using my Australian Gold, and this is a sunscreen with 50 SPF 50, which you can't use this as a foundation substitute. It does smooth things out just a teeny bit, but it's not enough coverage to cover discolorations or blemishes or anything like that. But it's a darn good SPF sunscreen lotion that you can use underneath makeup. So that's a big thing. Like if you like to wear makeup, this is a good one to have underneath it, and it's not too expensive. You can find this like in the CVS or Walgreens or Walmart or one of the cheaper stores. And Australian Gold, that's the tinted one. I have been trying desperately to straighten out some of the skin issues I have. I have dry skin, I have age spots, and I have some skin damage from acne scars and from sun damage from coming in the window. So I got some of these lotions and potions and magical things that will supposedly help in these areas. This is the Eva Naturals, and this is the 10 active anti-aging serum. Now this is supposed to use it on age spots and things, and it's supposed to fade them over time and make your skin look much more hydrated and youthful looking. So I'm trying it now. I'm going to do like 3 weeks. I've taken my before pictures with things like this, and I will show you in 3 weeks whether it works or not. It has like 5 stars from like 1,600 people, so I know when it has like 10 stars, you know it's just the people that work at the company, but when it's got like 1,600 5 stars, then that's a little more believable on the review thing. So I'm gonna let you know how this goes, but this is like a dark spot remover, and it's only like $7 or $8. So that would be really nice if we could find something cheap like that. I've been really looking for budget items that work really well. This is Adapalene, and this is kind of Amazon's version of Defrin. This is a 1% retinol solution. It's very, very pleasant to use. I have a little dot of it. I just spread it around on my problem area skin where I have the damage, and right around in here where there's a little damage, and here, and then up in here. And I'm going to see how it goes. I can tolerate it every night, so I'm doing it just in the evening and putting a moisturizer over the top of it. So we'll see how it works. But this is a 1% retinol, and I believe it's very inexpensive, maybe $9 or $10 at most, which is pretty good. Then for my gnarly feet, I have dry heels, and I think I could have taken that picture right there for the box. But I have dry heels, and I've always had problems with dry feet, and so I'm using this as a podiatrist recommended Carousel. You know, the jury's out right now. Give me a couple weeks with this and I'll give you a real honest review on it. Little Poet sent me this. This is the SKINN Luxury Skin Oil. Absolutely wonderful. It is the Divine Elixir Luminous Skin Oil. I've got down half the jar now here. You see it's halfway gone. It's halfway gone. This is a real pleasant experience. You take about maybe a half a dropper load, stick it in your hands, and I rub it in my hands and then I pat it all over my face. And I think it does a really good job at moisturizing and hydrating my face around the areas that usually get dry patches. Really, really wonderful. For scent, Tom Ford, and this is Soleil Blanc. Soleil Blanc. I don't know how to say it. My French has never been that good, so just get a little. Now, as you know, I had bought that sample pack of 4 different beachy scents, and the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc is what won. This is a really beautiful thing, and what you do is when you get that sample pack of 4, they give you a certificate to get 1 travel size of any of the 4, and I chose the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, and that'll be my summer perfume because it's very fresh, and I love the dry down. When it dries down, what did they call them, the final notes or whatever, the base notes or the final notes. Really, really beautiful. Very summery feeling, fresh feeling, and I can't wear Shalimar 24/7, and that's my favorite perfume. I've been a Shalimar girl since the 70s, so it's really hard for me to try new scents because I'm always going back to that one, you know. This is cute little fella here. This is the Chap Ice. It's like chapsticks, but it's this tiny little teeny one. It's wider than a chapsticks, and it's very, very pleasant. It's an orange flavor. It's called Chap Ice. It's a petroleum-based thing, just like chapsticks. It's put out by the Chapsticks company. What are they called? Aura Labs or something like that. Ona Labs. Yeah, that's chapsticks, but the tiny little ones. I got mine at Marshall's in one of the little buckets for impulse buys, and I like the orange flavor a lot. It's a really pleasant smell of orange. For eye primer, I have been using the e.l.f. eye primer. I kept the box so you could see it. I think it was like $2 or $3. This has a slight coloration to it, but it blends in, so you don't really see any kind of color, and it doesn't cover discolorations at all. But it works really nicely as an eye primer. It does hold your eyeshadow on for a long period of time, and that's what an eye primer should be doing. So I think for the money, the e.l.f. eye primer is pretty good. I'm not sure if it comes in other colors than this, but it doesn't really matter because it blends into your skin, and it's more of a transparent look anyway. Also from e.l.f., and I think I talked about this last month, but I really like it. This is the Eyebrow Pencil in Blonde, and of course the one thing I think I forgot to do here was use Eyebrow Pencil. I forgot to use it today. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have like no brows today. Anyway, this is the Blonde from e.l.f. Again, $3 or $4. Really, really nice. You get a lot of bang for your buck. It is a screw up, and you can draw nice little lines with it. And I love the little brush at the end is really, really nice, very effective. You can do a lot of, you can brush everything into place. You can, you know, mush the crayon around. It's really, really nice. So I do like the e.l.f. Eyebrow Pencil as well. Let's talk about mascara. I've been using the Tarte. This is the Surfer Curl. mascara, and I've been using this a lot. It works really well in summer heat, and I think that's a big thing when you are putting mascara on, to make sure that it doesn't leave dings and it doesn't smear. You don't want smeary mascara, and I think it does a great job, especially after you've been using it a week. It tends to thicken up just a little bit, and I think you get a bigger lash from it after a couple weeks. So this is Tarte Surfer Curl mascara, and I think it's really nice. And I think right now you can get a sample of size of this from Sephora if you order something from them. If anybody's still ordering from Sephora, I don't know. But I've really cracked down on a lot of my ordering for makeup. I mean, I've really reduced a lot of that. It's just the way life has been, you know, just the way everything has been. The other mascara is from Found. I really like this brand. They have some great products. I think their, what is it? I talked about this before, but their loose powder is like one of the best ones I've ever used. High or low end, I mean, better than Hourglass. And also their highlighter is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll just show you this, and I don't know if it's gonna show up or not, but it's a beautiful highlighter. It just gives you a gorgeous little glow, and I think it's just gorgeous. But their mascara, oh my god, this is the volumizing mascara. They have two flavors of this. They have the natural lash, and then they have volumizing lash. So that's, this is the volumizing. And I mean, there's a lot on there. They puts a lot on there, so you can really go high with this. You have to be careful. It's kind of a sloppy sort of mascara. It reminds me a little bit of Caution Extreme Lash Mascara from Hourglass. It's got the same kind of feel to it, and it dries really nice. It does not smear. It's just gorgeous. You just have to be real careful when you're putting it on, because it will get on your eyelid, and you have to clean up with the little Q-tips until it's dried. But once it's dried, it's really good. It doesn't leave dings, it doesn't smear, it doesn't flake. It's a really good mascara for a Walmart brand. I think Found is in Walmart, but it's a high quality brand at a discount price, so I really do like the mascara. Also from Found, and this was a great find from Found, bump. This is the concealer stick. What an odd thing for me to like from them, because I'm so picky with concealers, because I have a lot of under eye lines and crevices and, you know, cracks and things, little Sahara Desert cracks. Yeah, you can go right in here, tap it in, you know, get it on the end there, tap it in. I can't see myself here, I don't have a mirror presently, but this works so nicely. It's a slightly satiny, kind of dewy look to it. I wouldn't recommend it if you have oily skin, because there's something kind of hydrating about it, and I don't think it would mix with oily skin. But if you have dry skin and lots of lines, this plays well with others. This is a very good concealer. This particular color is 120 Light. I think I would go get the 110, the fair, next time. They were sold out of it when I was there last time, but this is the Found, and it is the Perfecting Concealer, and definitely a thumbs up from me. I absolutely love it. It's coverage without being too cake. It's not cakey, but it's not, it doesn't build a lot, you know. It's just very sheer, but it's enough there that it does have some coverage if you have darkness there, which I think is a wonderful thing. So I do recommend the Found concealer. Lipsticks. Oh, this is L'Oreal number 800, and this is the Fairest Nude, it's called. I don't know why I'm going for this kind of dewy, nudie kind of look, but I think it's just so pretty. I'm going more for sort of a natural look. And I mean, I used to love these shades all the time when I was first doing YouTube videos, and everybody said, go to red, go to red, go to red. And I'm like, I really miss these light nudes. I just think they're friendly looking or something. They're just not over the top, you know, for coloring. The only thing about, and this is shade 800, from L'Oreal, you get that wafting smell. It's a perfume smell, and I've never liked their lipsticks because of that, but they have great formulations as far as the staying power, the color, the blend, the formula, how it goes on the lips. Very, very nice. But that scent, I mean, that really puts me off, is that scent. So this was 800 Ferris Nude. Really like it. From Maybelline, this one is called Naked Dare. This is number 144. And again, along the same lines, slightly more nude tan. Very, very pleasant also. This is just a really nice all-around medium to light skin kind of natural look to your lips. It looks like your lips on. And I like this particular formulation. This one is 144. I also like Flush Punch from Maybelline in this same formulation. This is a beautiful formula for lipsticks, and you know, for drugstore, I think they did a good job. A fail for me was this NYX, and this is in Couture Model. Now, I bought this because I am always trying to replicate Celebutarde, and Celebutarde is the Kat Von D shade that I thought was the perfect nude, and I keep trying to find it, and then this one came out and I thought, oh, okay, well, this will be close. They want you to use the white milk pen that you use on your eyes with this lipstick to create the same color, and they said if you add the white milk eye pencil to this lipstick, you will come up with a Celebutarde shade. But this is awfully dry, and you get that line of demarcation, you know, you can get sometimes with lipsticks. When you put the lipstick on, you see a definite line between the inside of your mouth and the outside of your mouth. It's like a, I call it a line of demarcation. I can't stand it when I see it, and I try to blend it in with my finger and everything, but it looks icky, and then it gets kind of gross on the edges of your mouth. This is not a good formula. And you know, NYX used to be one of my favorites for a lot of things. I like the tiramisu, and I don't know if it was creme brulee or something. They had some beautiful like lipstick, lip gloss type of lipsticks. But this is the solid, the stick, and I think it's a disappointing as a formula. Two Huda Beauties. This Buttercup is one of the Huda Beauties that I think is really pretty, and it's so close to Celebutarde that I think, ding ding ding, we have a winner. This is Buttercup from Huda Beauty, and I think this is just, you can't get too much closer than that, these two. So this is Celebutarde and this is Buttercup. Yeah, love it. The formulation of these Huda lipsticks, this one is Honey Bun. This is a slightly darker version, and this is more of a summer to autumn shade. Beautiful. Honey Bun and Buttercup, I would recommend these to anybody. Absolutely beautiful from Huda Beauty. And I think Buttercup is just one of the closest shades I've found to Celebutarde, which is good. So now let's get into Cabbage vegetable soup. As you know, I've been on Noom, which You know, I'm learning a lot on Noom, but it's like anything, you can learn all you want, but if you don't apply it, it doesn't really matter. I'm really educated now in diet and food and psychology of eating and why you crave food and fog eating and anyway, I have not applied it too well. I have not been weighing myself every day. I have not been self-aware. So, and I know these are the skills and the tools to do this, but I just have not, I mean, my bad. I bought a bunch of these containers. These are 1-cup containers, and what I do is I put a 1 cup of soup into each one, and this is a 1-cup mark here, and then I freeze them. So when I make this soup that I'm about to show you, this soup is like the infamous diet cabbage soup, but I modified it a little bit so it's tastier and it has more vegetables in it, and I added broccoli to the recipe. So I'm just going to step aside here and let you watch me cook in my kitchen. And I couldn't believe when I saw my arms. I'm like, oh my god, my arms look like they're this wide. Oh my god, it was just a bad camera angle. Oh, really bad. Anyway, this is me making the soup. I wanted you to follow along with it so you can see how easy it is. You can freeze them and pull them out. I think using it for 1 week at a time is a great jump start to a diet. It really is. So I highly recommend it, and this makes 14 servings, which is 7 days worth of food. It costs about $18–19 maybe to create this soup, and it's just delicious. I think it's especially delicious after you've frozen it and it's melded together a little bit. You know, the flavors have kind of melded together, especially the tomatoes with all the other vegetables in there. And I use carrots and broccoli and celery, cabbage of course, but it's just delicious. It's really good. And with the spices and the portions of the spices that I use, it's tasty. It's not painful at all to eat this soup. So, you know, if you have an egg sandwich for breakfast, have your soup for lunch, have a snack, have your soup for dinner, have another snack, and on the weekend have your sheepdog. Your sheepdog whiskey. So, okay, without further ado, here is how to cook cabbage soup. So here's the famous diet cabbage soup. First of all, here's the recipe, and here are the ingredients all laid out. So hey, let's make some soup. First of all, I have a large pot sitting in the kitchen sink, and I throw all the shavings and everything on the side of the pot, but I'm going to throw things into the pot as I create them. Here's the vegetable soup being added, and this is the broth. And I like to use a vegetable broth as the base for this. You can use any brand. Okay, adding in all the spices, and I have pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and salt. And you can also add a little bit of chili powder if you'd like. It's really a personal preference. These particular proportions work really well to make a very flavorful broth. Mixed in with the vegetables, simmering and everything, it's really good. Now the Italian seasoning, I add a tablespoon and a half. If you are using Italian style diced tomatoes, you may want to back off a little bit on the Italian seasoning. And if you're not, you may want to go up to 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. There I am struggling with the opening there. Okay, Grandma used to call it fixin' food. So I am peeling the garlic cloves, and then I'm cutting them up. I do smash them normally with my knife. I don't know why I didn't show that in here. That's just a lovely view. Note to self, do not wear short sleeve shirt when demonstrating cooking. All right, now everybody's gonna look at my arm. Okay, there we go. All right, now that that's done, let's add the onion and then the green peppers right after. I've already kind of started it. I had the tears, mascara meltdown, all that, so I had to go and do that, but I am all ready with the onion. The pepper I like to cut into little squares, so I make strips first and then I cut them into little squares. I do add broccoli to it because I think it's a nice addition for flavor. I have it in a plastic bag. I'm rinsing it again. I rinse and wash all of the vegetables before I'm cutting them here. I just, for saving time, I didn't show you my washing the vegetables, but I think it's an important step. I just use broccoli crowns because I really just want the tops because all the little green stuff will float in the broth. And then the celery, of course, it's washed and the ends have been cut off. I just cut them into little 1/4-inch slices and they cook down really nice. They're slightly al dente in the soup. And then I peel carrots. I like to use California carrots. I'm peeling them there on the side of the pot, not into the pot. And then I'm just cutting them into little discs. That knife is not the sharpest, so I'm struggling a little bit. I guess that adds to the diet. I don't know. And there I go through all of them. They're all peeled and washed. I know that some people think the peeling has a lot of vitamins in it. Okay, now the canned tomatoes. You can use diced tomatoes, smashed tomatoes, stewed tomatoes. I like to use half and half. A large can of diced, a large can of stewed, and then Italian style if I can find it. And now the star of the show, a big old goofy cabbage. Now I've washed it and I keep washing it throughout this, but I like to take it in small pieces and work it that way. Here I am washing it. And I will cut it into little tiny, like maybe, I don't know, 1-inch squares. I like to have it in 1-inch squares. And again, I'm washing it again, and I'm going to probably wash it a third time, I don't know. Cutting it in. And those are the size pieces I like to use. I don't like to have the pieces too big because when they cook down, they can be kind of stringy and they can get caught in your throat. So I like to have little teeny squares, and that way it's not so damaging. I do cut out the heart of the cabbage. I don't like that big thick part, and I take the stem, of course, off, or whatever you call the end of a cabbage. You'll see I tastefully removed it there without you noticing too much. Last piece, there we go. Boy, am I tired of cutting by now. There we go. And now it's going to be awkward to stir it. I have a large, it's like a lobster-sized pot too, but I'm going to stir it as best as I can just to incorporate some of the gooey stuff on the bottom, the tomatoes, the broth and everything. Take it over to the stove. I put it on high, and then I'm going to cover it. I'm going to try and stir it first. You can see it's very awkward to stir, but you're going to see a huge difference between now and when it actually is cooked. But I love having a lot of vegetables in the soup, and there will be enough broth too, but I just incorporate it as well as I can. There we go, setting the timer for 15 minutes, and that's what it looks like when it starts. Now after that first 15 minutes, I'm going to come back and I'm going to reduce the heat a little bit down to medium, and I'm going to stir it. I like stirring it up in between while it's cooking to try to incorporate everything a little bit better and move those spices around and move the tomatoes throughout to have it all like incorporate really well. You can see I missed a couple of slices there of the cabbage. It's a little bit bigger, but that's all right. Okay, it's starting to reduce down a little bit. Here's another 15, 20 minutes, medium low. All right, so this is what it looks like after that first 15 minutes. Going to stir it up. It's much easier to stir at this point, but it still needs another 20 minutes to cook down on medium low. And once I get it all stirred and I'm happy with it, then I'm going to put the cover on again And we're going to do it for that last 20 minutes. And now, yay, the soup's on. And I am fixing a bowl, as Grandma would say. Fixing a bowl. And that's what it looks like. And basically a 1 cup serving is what you need. Now it's going to be wicked hot, so you may want to let it set down. Now I do put it into 1 cup frozen containers, and I freeze all the ones I'm not using. I leave out 2 for the day in the refrigerator. And then you really just take 1 microwave bowl, stick it in the microwave. You can pour it into a bowl first and then stick it in the microwave for 4 minutes. And then you've got your lunch and your dinner for 1 week. Yay! Enjoy! Oh, okay, so that was the infamous diet cabbage soup. I hope you try it because it's actually pretty good, and I think it gave me a great jump start into healthier eating, healthier choices, and I hope maybe it will help you as well. Now that we're going into spring and summer, we're going to show a little bit more skin. Let's work it a little bit. Just wanted to show you this necklace. This is one of those. I have been getting different things to try to look a little more feminine. Working on it, working on it. So thanks for spending time with me today. I will be back very, very soon, actually a lot sooner than I was this month. And I'll be doing a lipstick review of all my lipsticks. I think it might be kind of interesting for you to see what I wound up with settling on. And I hope all of you are staying positive, staying safe, staying healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Toodles.